I had really no idea what an ashram was before I visited India. I mean, I had a sort of I guess I did have an idea. I thought that it was a place where you did yoga all day and received treatment, sort of like a holy spa. That was my idea. And it wasn't like that at all. In fact, the places where I stayed, the Ramakrishna Mission movement ashrams in Kolkata, that's Calcutta, and Vrindavan and also Varanasi, were these incredibly calm oases in the midst of very busy cities. There would always be a temple and a library and oftentimes a hospital or a school. And the people in those cities would just pour through the gates into each of these ashrams for daily prayer, for celebrations. There was always some sort of an amazing festival happening with loud music, and people would bring offerings of flowers and sweets to the temple, and the temple there were celebrations and ceremonies in the temple all day long, from 4 in the morning until late in the evening. And so it really turned out that, for me anyway, my experience of ashram life was a place of peace and study and celebration and joy that was open to everyone in the community, young and old, and cows, because they're holy. I mean, I was studying Hinduism, you know, a 5,000-plus-year-old faith that's multifaceted and extraordinary. And I was looking at it through the lens of one branch of Hinduism called Ramakrishna Mission, or Vedanta Society here in the United States. But part of my life there was just visiting temples here, there, and everywhere, Hindu temples in cities and villages, and every time I went to a temple, whether it was a humble, sort of everyday temple that ordinary people passed through as a part of their daily life, or some of the great famous ones in Varanasi and Delhi, I was always struck by how excited everyone was to enter the temple. And sometimes there would be hours-long lines, everyone jostling to get in. It was like showing up at a Taylor Swift concert, all to enter a temple and see a beautiful statue of a god or goddess that looked the same the day before and would look the same the next day, but of course it didn't, because there were different garlands and different festivals and different reasons to be there, and these beautiful figures are so meaningful to people. They can't wait to catch a glimpse, and I was part of one line one day that was incredible. We waited over an hour, bare feet, in a city street, jostling for position, and it was such a good reminder to me of how people can live so joyfully in the midst of a vibrant, alive, everyday kind of faith.